Dr. Mkhize. My name is Nandipha Bhengu. Let me greet you all, Dr. Mkhize. My supervisor, Prof was my supervisor at the university, Prof Fincham, Dr. Preston, all the other doctors. And I would like to acknowledge my mentor as well, Cobus Theron, colleagues from management authorities, young scientists. Good afternoon. The fact that Prof was my supervisor makes me very nervous. It's as if I'm presenting my proposal draft for the first time. So you pardon me. My topic will be on the monitoring of South Africa's protected areas management effectiveness, a national evaluation of progress since 2010, baseline study using METT. The objectives. South Africa is a contracting party to the Convention to CBD, and it has to meet the goal 4.2 of the protected program of work of protected areas, which state that the parties should to implement management effectiveness evaluation of at least 30% of their protected areas. Because of that, we as national we have to set up a target which is informed by outcome 10, strategic plans and other subsidiary plans. Also, our minister requires that all state-managed protected areas must have a METT score of 68 by 2014. Because of that, there were so many assessments, colleagues, that were done in South Africa. I thought I should just mention a few before I delve into METT. There was RAPAM, SOB, and yes, and the METT was developed by World Commission for Protected Areas and WWF and also World Bank. It was designed to track and monitor progress on protected area management, also to provide consistent data about the progress. The METT was then have to be adapted to South African conditions. And then in 2008, that METT was developed, and the first national assessment was conducted and published by Dr. Cohen. One of the people was Dr. Cohen in 2010, and the average was 49%, which was low below the standard. Because the score categories were 33%, the management will be taken as clearly inadequate, and if it's between 33 and 67, it will be basic management with significant deficiencies, and if it's above 67 above, it will be taken as sound management. I thought I should just take you through how, I know most of you know how the tool looks. It has context, which have 5 indicators, and one of those indicators talks to the legal status of the protected area, boundary verification, demarcation, also planning, which has 4 indicators. It takes to protected area design, land and water use planning outside the protected area. The other one is inputs, which have 6 indicators. That one takes to whether there's research and monitoring program within the protected area, and also how is their human resource capacity. There's also the in process, which talks to annual plan and operations and heritage resource management. And then the outcomes, which talk to visitor facilities, ecological and heritage conditions within the protected areas. METT 1 was tested in 229 protected areas, and those are the categories of the protected areas that were used. And these are the results of 2010 assessment. The average was 49%. And you can see that most protected areas fall in the category of 50 to 60, which was not good. Because of that picture, national picture, DIA has to do something. A national team was appointed to facilitate verification of boundaries of state-managed protected areas. We've been having bilateral meetings and site visit to management authorities to facilitate reporting improvements and also to identify areas of concern. Also, the measures were identified that provinces or management authorities would implement, addressing identified shortcomings. Also, the management authorities have come up with 10-around strategies for those protected areas that are scoring low. And as DIA, there's an infrastructure development within protected areas was prioritized in terms of funding. This is the picture now after the 10-around strategies were applied by management authorities. As you can see, there's a great improvement from 2010 to 2013. The most protected areas in 2010 fell under 30 to 40 category, but now in 2013 there's a lot of protected areas, about 75 that are in 70 to 80 category. This is also the graph showing a number of protected area management effectiveness scores from 2010 to 2013, and they are categorized. In 2010, you can see the picture was not good. The majority of protected areas were between 33 to 66. But as the year went by, in 2013, you can see the 33 or less is decreasing, and we're getting more protected areas that are sound managed. This is just also the trends of different categories in different years. You can see that 67 to 100% that protected areas in that category are really, as the year goes on, are there. Most protected areas are in that category. In my conclusion, Prof, we are happy to see a dramatic improvement in scores because of the intervention by management authorities. The average score now is now 65. That is from 49 to the 65. That is 60% improvement. And as DIA, we are currently working with management authorities to strengthen management effectiveness of protected areas. We are revising the tool. So METT version 3 is being developed, and we are looking at revising the indicators, inclusion of indicators that pertains to other types of protected areas, that is marine protected areas, GEF, and World Heritage Sites, while also looking at revising the categories, those 3 categories. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.